Hello everybody, this is Vijay Krishna, working as assistant professor in Jaipur Engineering College, Department of Electrical and Electronics. Today, the topic on power electronics is about the IGBT, insulated gate bipolar transistor. What is meant by IGBT? Here, the IGBT is a combination of both two switches. That is,
Good evening, sir.
good evening. Insulated gate bipolar transistor. That is, an IGBT combines the advantages of both BJTs and MOSFETs, bipolar junction transistor and MOSFETs, metal oxide silicon field effect transistor. Here, how by using of these two switches they combine, that becomes to an IGBT. Initially that is initially here for an IGBT, if an high input impedance, actually for the two switches, one of the switch is having that high input impedance. That is, the high input impedance from MOSFETs, considered from the MOSFETs, and also low on-state conduction losses from the BJTs. These two are the important points. That is, here we consider here, that is, IGBT has high input impedance like MOSFETs, low on-state conduction losses like BJTs. Therefore, which is the performance is very closer towards the BJT initially. The performance is to be very closer to the BJT than the MOSFET. But by using of these two switches, the IGBT works. That is nothing but the combination of these two switches. As the two switches, the IGBT works. Here I am showing here that if you consider this diagram, about this diagram, here we show that the switch is closing, and also that is a turn on and turn off has been taken place. Here, if you consider this is nothing but a gate, actually this is the symbol. I will show in the next slide. Yeah, this is nothing but the this is nothing but the symbol of the IGBT. This is the symbol. Here, gate, and also the, actually sorry, this is the drain source has been given. That is actually collector emitter. I will replace that. Collector emitter. In place of the drain, it is a collector, and in place of the source, it is a, yeah, here. Here, in this schematic symbol of our N-channel IGBT I shown here. That is, this is nothing but the gate, and this is collector, and also the emitter. Like this, here, if you come across this first one, here the switch is getting closing. Therefore, while it is closing means what should be happen? This is the source of supply which is given here. With respect to the source of supply given, whenever the contact closes means here the current is to be moving like this. The current is to be moving like this towards the gate. This is nothing but the gate, and it is a collector, and it is a emitter. Here, towards the gate is becoming positive. That is I am telling that here the gate, with respect to the gate having that high potential, that is a positive high potential. Therefore, it should be becomes to positive side, forward burst condition. Therefore, it turned on. Therefore, with respect to the current towards the switch, therefore Where this is also access switch. We are controlling the gate through the gate. Okay. Here, whenever the gate is to be getting turned on, what should happen means this switch acts. This switch on turn ons. Here, with respect to the switch turn on, the motor should be getting on, off. If you observe here, this is nothing but the flowing of running of the motor of a 12 volts motor has been observed here. If you observe, that is the motor is running with respect to the switching and turn on and turn off of the gate. This is one of the simple example. Here, what about the structure? If you consider, this is nothing but the insulated gate bipolar transistor structure, having that an anti-saturation. Actually, each and everyone that is having that saturation, every transistor that is having some saturation region, each and every transistors here in the anti-saturation, not so slow switching process as in the case of complete saturation. That is nothing but anti-saturation. And conductivity modulation, that is a good behavior for high voltage devices when they are in on state. Actually, for a MOSFET, if you observe the MOSFET is used for high switching applications. That is, the frequency of switching should be very high, but those are used for low power converters. Those are used for low power converters. If you come across this one, IGBTs, here what should happen? The IGBTs are used for very high converters or very high power converters also. That is the advantage of IGBTs. Next, this is nothing but the structure of the IGBT here shown here. This is the equivalent circuit, simplified equivalent circuit of an IGBT in PNP form. It is a PNP form. Here this is the gate and this is the collector and this is the emitter which we have shown here. And this is nothing but a schematic symbol of this N channel. Okay, here again a symbol of another schematic symbol also shown here for the N channel IGBT. Next, what about the structure of IGBT? Here, if you observe, the structure of IGBT should be like this. That is consisting of P substrate. P silicon substrates are also placed here. Here, this is nothing but the P substrate and also the N substrate and layer has been shown here. And this is nothing but the NAP base. This is nothing but the AP base. Here, this is nothing but the collector. No, sorry. This is nothing but the collector. Here, which shown here. This is the collector, and this is nothing but the gate. This is nothing but the gate. And here, the next diagram I will show here. Yeah. This is nothing but the. If you observe, the gate and also the. This is nothing but the gate, and this is the collector and emitter. Here, what should be happen means towards the gate collector. Here we shown that the gate collector, what should be happen means the voltage has been given with a reversed biased condition. Here the voltage has been given with a reversed biased condition. When reversed biased condition has been applied, what should be happen? Therefore, here a depletion region has been formed with respect to the applied voltage towards the negative side. A depletion region is formed. Depletion region is formed. Here also, near the N plus and also here also near the N plus, what should be happen means here the depletion region has been formed near the electrons. What should be happen means the majority carriers are the minority carriers. The majority carriers in the P type is to be holes and also N type is to be electrons. What should be happen means with the negative supply applying here towards the emitters gate side towards the collector. With respect to the collector, what should be happen means here a depletion region, that is nothing but this region completely depleted. What should be happen? The n channel becomes very narrow, very narrow. Whenever it is depleted means the n channel becomes very narrowly depleted, very narrowly. Whenever depleted, what should be happen when depleted with respect to the narrow channel? Therefore, there is if furtherly given applied voltage is to be negative, that is nothing but here I am shown that V2 voltage is to be more negative with respect to the positive applied voltage here towards the collector. What should be happen? Whenever it should be becoming towards more negative means here there is a problem, that is depletion region has been improved, increases uh, very highly, very highly. Therefore, completely there is a turn off condition occurs on the gate symbol, gate side. Here we shown that the gate side. Okay, that is nothing but the YZBT which blocks the voltage value. What about the voltage is to be applied here is to be becomes to blocking. That is nothing but what's called withstanding voltage. Withstanding voltage. On the next diagram, if you observe, this is nothing but the here in the green color we shown that that is nothing but the depletion region. Before that, before in the previous slide, there is no depletion region, very shown with a very narrow. If it is gate is to be made negative, again the applied voltage in the reversed biased condition is to be increased. Then what should be happen? The depletion region is to be increases. The depletion region is to be increases near to the n channel. Here, if you observe, this is the depletion region, green color. Okay, well, what should be happen in this condition? In this at this condition, what should be happen? The depletion region whenever increases means what should be, becomes towards the blocking state, or it's a blocking condition. This is nothing but the complete equivalent circuit of a IGBT. Here, previously on the first slide, we observed that what about the conductivity modulation we explained here. The conductivity modulation, nothing but while observing these type of behavior by applying the for reversed bias condition on these, here what should be happen with respect to the negative voltage applied here towards the gate, with respect to the collector, here what should be happen means the depletion region will increase more and more. What should be happen means a drift resistance has been increases. Resistance value can be occurs here whenever the depletion region increases more and more. That is nothing but the drift resistance. Okay, here the drift resistance value has been shown here with a, here that is nothing but which shown as an NPN transistor. An NPN transistor connected here. Here within the diagram, if you observe, this is the NPN transistor. Okay, the NPN transistor connected here with respect to the IGBT shown here. What should be the behavior means the resistance value that it should be comes whenever the region or the area is to be depleted more and more with respect to the negative voltage applied towards the gate and the collector. So if you observe here, while the current, how the current is to be moving here, if you observe, this is nothing but the current moving in towards the negative side supply, also towards the n channel. What should be here, if you observe on the structure and also the equivalent circuit of the IGBT also, if you observe, what should be happen means the current is to be moving, that is nothing but the electrons is to be moving in this direction with respect to the negative side of the supply voltage applied here towards the resistance. Here what should be happen means an IGBT should be happening with a resistance occurring in place nearer to the IGBT circuit towards the collector, near the collector, that is nothing but the drift resistance. Okay, there is a drift resistance. And how the it is a actually an IGBT is a voltage control device. A BJT is a current control device. A MOSFET is a voltage control device. Here, the IGBT is also a voltage control device that is similar to a power MOSFET. And the power IGBT, this is also called as a power IGBT, which is similar to that of power MOSFET. Why? Because it is a voltage control device. Here, same as what we discussed in the MOSFET, same as here, if you observe, when the gate is made positive, here we are explaining, actually this is nothing but the reversed condition we applied, that is a negative supply has been given towards the gate, but in place of this negative supply voltage we are changing towards the positive supply. Suppose what should be happen means, here when gate is made positive with respect to the emitter for turn on, therefore electrons, that is n carriers, are drawn into the p channel. Here n here what should be happen means, n n carriers are moving towards the p channel. This is nothing but the p substrate or the p channel. The n carriers are moving towards the p channel near the gate region. Actually here this is nothing but the p region also. This is also p region. Whatever the red color we shown here is also p region. Whenever reverse bias condition applied, what should be happen? Here the near the below the red color or the pink color of a p region, what should be happen means a depletion region starts. But here now we are reversing the supply voltage. Whatever the gates we are applying with the negative is replaced with the positive. That is nothing but the high potential we are applying. Then what should be happen when gate is made positive, with respect to the emitter, what should be happen? Here the p channel, that is nothing but the n carriers are drawn into the p channel near the gate region. This is nothing but the gate region. Okay, gate region, which results into the forward biased and behaves as an NPN transistor. Okay, and this behavior is called as a NPN transistor, and it is acts as a forward biased condition. Here thereby, then after the with respect to the gate making positive, then the switch should be turned on, it should be becomes to turn on. Okay, that is the main objective of this while applying the positive supply voltage. But we discussed previously in two slides, what should be happen means, when negative supply voltage is applied, what happened? That is nothing but, actually we know that that is switch is to be in a turn off condition. But if the negative supply voltage applied with respect to the gate, what happens with respect to what happens to the device? That is it is coming towards the blocking state, or is a forward blocking state, that is called as a forward blocking state. Nothing but whatever the voltage we are applied here is to be in a under forward blocking condition. Therefore the gate is not giving the signal, therefore there is no turn on process. Okay, okay. Next, whenever if we are making reversing the supply into forward biased condition by reversing the when gate making positive with respect to the emitter, what should be happen means, there is a turn on process occurs, that is nothing but the forward biased condition. Here an IGBT is turned on by just applying a positive gate voltage. Okay, what should be happen here? Whenever we are observing here, it is a negative with replacing of a positive. Okay, by reversing it into positive means, what should be happen? An IGBT is turned on. It is turned on. That IGBT is turned on by just applying the positive gate voltage to open the channel. Okay, here if you suppose, if the gate is giving signals towards the device, and the switch is to be become to turn on. It is become turn on. Whenever to turn off, to make it to turn off, okay, what should be happen? The gate voltage is to be reversed first. First the gate emitter voltage to be reversed first. Then what should be happen when reversing the voltage? Therefore, what should be happen? The depletion region increases and this device becomes towards the blocking state. That is nothing but is also called as a turn off condition. While reversing the gate to collector voltage, what should be happen means that switch becomes towards the turn off state. Okay, what about the turn on condition is change towards the turn off state. Here it has the IGBT is having that very low switching losses, very low switching losses. Here I am showing that static output characteristics curves of an IGBT. If you observe, that is considered for collector emitter voltage and also the collector current, collector emitter voltage and collector current. If you observe here, if you observe, what should be happen here from the origin to towards the, if you observe the red line, it is the red line, that is the gate emitter voltage less than gate emitter threshold voltage. The gate emitter voltage less than gate emitter threshold voltage, which is equals to, okay, which is equals to 3 volts. Has been given example voltage value of a 3 volts. This is gate emitter voltage less than threshold voltage. Okay, this line here, if you observe, this is nothing but the starting point, that is threshold greater than threshold voltage. Okay, whenever threshold voltage means applied means what should be happen, it becomes to turn on. Okay, that is example of, suppose if you consider that silicon germanium diodes of electronics having that 0.7 volts or 0.5 volts is the minimum voltage value to turn on the switch. Okay, that is the, here also we are having some voltage value which is to be threshold voltage here. Okay, here if you consider the gate emitter voltage is to be 3 volts. Okay, and also it is red line is to be 4 volts. Under this region is to be 3 volts. And sorry, this is nothing but the cutoff region is also called as a cutoff region. We are discussing about the cutoff region. This comes out of the cutoff region. Okay, gate emitter voltage again, if it increases, gate emitter voltage increases, it should be 4 volts and also 5 volts, and after that should be 6 volts. Here what should be happen with voltage value improving? Here what should be happen with the collector current is to be increasing with Vg is equal to 10 and 8 volts. If you observe with the blue curve and the black curves, here the collector current is to be moving, improving. Okay, here these are the characteristics of the MOSFETs, static output characteristics of the MOSFETs. If you observe how the relation between these two static characteristics of the MOSFET and also the IGBTs, here if you observe, gate to source voltage less than the threshold voltage, which is here is equal to 3 volts. Okay, if you observe, same characteristics are having behavior of the characteristics should be same. Okay, the output characteristics are, if you observe the output characteristics of the IGBTs, here it can easily obtain from the MOSFET characteristics curve by adding the voltages corresponding to the emitter to the base junction of the BJT, a part of the IGBT. Nothing but what I am telling is, here the characteristics of the BJT and also the MOSFET is having the same with respect to these two. By combining these two characteristics, we are getting the IGBT. That is nothing but the static output characteristics of the IGBT. Next, here when you use an inductive load, what should be happen to turn off an IGBT? Actually, inductive loads means what should be happen? Whenever if you use an inductive load, that's the load, it should be an inductive manner which stores energy. Actually, while turn on process, what should be happen means it stores some energy. Okay, here while while making into switch off, what should be happen? If you consider here, turn off, okay, turn off in an IGBT with inductive loads, what should be happen? Here, if you observe the gate emitter voltage, actually it should be in a positive manner. Okay, in a positive manner with respect to the forward biased condition, the gate emitter voltage in a positive manner. Here, shown that the gate emitter voltage of a potential VCE within the equivalent circuit of the IGBT with inductive load applied. Okay, inductive load applied. This is nothing but the inductive load, which here is showing that the arrow mark the inductive load. Okay, here with respect to the inductive load, we also placed an ideal diode. Ideal diode also placed here. Nothing but ideal load consisting of no losses itself. Okay, here the ideal diode in parallel connection with the inductive loads, the inductive nothing but this is nothing but the inductive current which are connected in series with the collector current, that is connected towards the collector. Okay, here if you observe, this is nothing but the gate emitter threshold voltage. This value is nothing but the gate emitter threshold voltage. After here, what should be happen? The gate emitter voltage when turn off to making into turn off condition, that is IGBT is to be changing towards, actually if you observe A and B points are given with a moving switch. Okay, with a moving switch, here VG is given with a positive supply, and here again a VG of voltage with giving applied of a negative side, that is negative voltage has been given, that is terminals are interchanged here positive, and also here B under the B potential we are giving the negative. Here what should be happen? By changing from A to B, A under A condition it is on a switch on condition. Why? Because the VG potential it is a positive and a higher potential. Here whenever A at A potential is to be connected, the switch is at A position, what should be happen? VG is more positive. When VG is more positive, therefore the switch is in a turn on position, therefore the circuit should be running. Okay, the load is to be running by closing the switch with respect to the gate control. Here, while changing from A to B, here if you observe, positive terminal is changed towards the negative, while we are changing towards the reverse bias condition. We are changing the supply, we are reversing the supply. What should be happen? The gate is to be becomes to more negative. Okay, okay, here with respect to this more negative, what should be happen? Becomes towards the turn off condition. The switches becomes to turn off condition. Here the VGE is reversed, that is here negative comes, here positive comes. Okay, here if you consider why this curve is to be slowly decreasing and it should be moving towards the negative side, coming towards the negative side suddenly, why not it should be getting dropping towards the negative side? Why? Because the amount of inductive energy that is stored when turn off condition, the energy is to be stored with respect to the switch. What should be happen means the switch is to be under positive condition, suddenly not drops, it should be drops very slightly due to the storage of energy in form of inductive. Okay, after that should be coming towards the negative side, that is here up to here, up to here it should be up to here it is a positive, nothing but under this A contact, the switch is under A position here up to here. Okay, up to here collector emitter voltage is to be 0. Okay, when it is to be changed to B, when it is changed to B means what should be happen? The collector emitter voltage is to be rises. Here if you observe, the collector emitter voltage is to be rising. Okay, here what about the collector current? The collector current is also same manner. Up to this point, up to this point is to be constant steady current is to be moving. After that what should be happen? Slowly decreases. Okay, slowly decreases. Here shown that the IC collector current IC value for a MOSFET comes towards the MOSFET part. This is the MOSFET part up to this point, and BJT part is to be here. The BJT part has been shown. This is nothing but the BJT part up to this point. What I am telling is to be, okay, what I am telling is to be, turn off condition becomes when IGBT has been given with a reversal supply voltage towards the gate emitter. Okay, when gate emitter has been applied with reverse voltage, what should be, it doesn't suddenly drops to zero, comes to negative side and comes to zero and comes to negative side. It should be comes to very slowly towards the negative side. Okay, but under this condition, what should be happen? The collector emitter voltage rises. Okay, and it should be in a steady manner, steady state manner. This is nothing but the turn off condition of an IGBT with using an inductive load and ideal diode. Next, what are the characteristics of the IGBT? General characteristics are nothing but features, and what are the advantages we are having under this IGBT. Here, these the features are designed expressly for switched mode supply and power factor correction applications. Nothing but applications purpose we are telling that switched mode power supplies and also the power factor correction purposes, and also industrial benchmark switching losses, improve efficiency of all power supply topologies. 50% reduction of E of parameter, that is nothing but the emitter of low IGBT conduction losses, and latest generation IGBT design construction offers tighter parameter distribution, exceptional reliability. The reliability of the IGBT should be very high in present generation. What are the benefits of these IGBTs? Lower switching losses, more cost-effective operation than power MOSFETs up to 150 kilohertz. That is a soft switch and hard switch. If you consider the MOSFETs is used for low power converters only, and also for frequency of a less than frequency. With this much frequency, we are telling that is 100 kilohertz or 50 kilohertz frequency. But it should be used up to 150 kilohertz frequency also. Okay. Next, low conduction losses and minimal minority carrier recombination make these an excellent option for resonant mode switching, as well as up to greater than 300 kilohertz. Actually, up to 150 kilohertz they use actually, but by using of low on-state conduction losses for an IGBTs, it should be used for greater than 300 kilohertz frequency also. Okay. Next, what about the characteristics of an IGBT? Here, shown some of the characteristics we shown here for a 600 volts rating of an IGBT here. That is nothing but VCS, collector to emitter breakdown voltage of 600 volts, and IC, that is collector current at the temperature, collector temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. That is continuous collector current of the 55 amperes, and also at 100 degrees Celsius should be 27 amperes. Okay, and next one, VG, gate to emitter voltage. Gate to emitter voltage is to be plus or minus 20 volts. Okay, reverse voltage avalanche energy 170 millijoules. Okay, these are the different ratings of an IGBT for all the power conditions, and also the collector current values, parameters, voltage, gate emitter voltage, and also the collector emitter voltages. Okay, next, what about the thermal resistance? Nothing but actually this is nothing but the three junction device. This is the junctions, three junctions, junction 1, junction 2, junction 3. We are having that all the two layers. Okay, therefore, how about the junction temperature should be? Junction to case, here observing here, and case to sink, flat, greased surface. These are which are applicable towards the manufacturer point of view for all the IGBT manufacturing products. Next, what about the static characteristics of an IGBT? At a particular temperature, if you consider, what should be happen? That is nothing but previously this is nothing but actually continuous collector current at the 25 degrees Celsius. We observed that is a ampere rating should be 55, and also at 100 degrees Celsius, if you observe, that is to be 27 degrees. Nothing but With respect to the increasing of the temperature value, what should be happen? The collector current is to be reduces. Collector current is to be reduces. That I am showing that here. If you observe the if you considering the temperature value and also the collector current of a collector current of a IGBT, if you observe at certain temperature value, the collector current is to be maximum, and after some time, nothing but with respect to the temperature increase, what should be happen means the collector current is to be reduces. Collector current is to be reduces. That is nothing but static characteristics of an IGBT. Next, what about the applications of an IGBT? IGBTs having that applications of in present motor drives. Motor drives, nothing but a DC motor and also the AC motor drives. Present electrical vehicles for four-wheeler or two-wheeler electrical transportation. They use that IGBTs in the power modules of power converter modules. They use that IGBTs, insulated gate bipolar transistors. Why? Because the switching frequency of IGBT should be greater than that of the MOSFET and also the BGTs, and also conduction losses. While the switch is to be on conduction mode, conduction mode, nothing but the switch is in a turn on condition, should be working and supplying towards sorry, the switch is on position and the current is to be moving into the circuit towards the load. What should be happen? The conduction losses are considering here. The on-state conduction losses are less compared to the MOSFET and also the BJTs. That's why the IGBT is the best example for conduction losses, low conduction losses or low on-state conduction losses. Next one, UPS systems, uninterrupted power supplies. Yes, uninterrupted power supplies must and should be they use as IGBTs and also some of the MOSFETs, and power supplies, and here drives for solenoids, relays, and contactors. Here, if you observe that the relays distribution systems, we will use in the electrical power distribution systems, we will some relays for relay operating purpose for the circuits. Here, IGBTs are they use for highest ratings. I will explain the highest ratings also. That is, if you observe the ratings of this particular IGBTs are up to 1200 volts and 400 amperes. Okay, the voltage rating should be 1200 volts. That is a very high voltage. And also the rating of the ampere rating should be 400 amperes. And what about the switching frequency? Switching frequency can be up to 20 kilohertz should be, but it should be increased to greater than 150 kilohertz also. Okay, the applications are medium power applications, actually low power applications for MOSFETs, but we go for the medium power applications for IGBTs. Here, if you go for the commercial availability of the IGBT ratings in increasing of high voltage up to 6500 volts also, 6500 volts, and also the current rating it should be 2400 amperes. Okay, these are the very much important switch for electrical power systems and also some various applications of DC motor and AC motor drives, and also the electrical transmission electrical transportation, and also some of applications of low power applications. The application range has been increased nowadays by using of IGBT switches with working on the transmission system and also the distribution systems for HVDC transmission, high voltage direct current transmission. That's why so many applications we are having for these IGBTs. And what about the comparison between these MOSFETs and IGBTs? If you observe, this is nothing but the MOSFET is nothing but the three terminal gate, source, and drain. And here also having the three terminals, gate, emitter, and collector. And it is a high input impedance. The input impedance should be very high for MOSFET and also the IGBTs. And it is a voltage control device MOSFET. And IGBT is also a voltage control device. Here the ratings available up to 500 volts, 140 amperes, but it should be 1200 volts, 500 amperes. It should be having a higher limits also, 6400 amperes, 2500 amperes also. Okay, but the frequency should be operating frequencies up to 50 kilohertz. Here, these are the 2 points for with respect to the temperature if you consider. Okay, With this class, I hope I understand the IGBT and MOSFET and also the BGT also. In the next class, I will explain that the SCR, silicon controlled rectifier.